Hello Leo, and welcome to your December Zodiac wheel reading, Leos. So good to have you tuning in. I will focus on the Leo energy for you, and I invite Great Spirit, angels and my guides to join me with this reading for Leo. Thank you for any messages that come through in this reading for Leo's highest good and the good of all concerned. So focusing here on December 2019 for Leo. We're at the end of another decade and coming in to 2020, the end of an era. And a lot of you may have noticed that we seem to be travelling at warp speed as we move into 2020. And that is because we're travelling through the Zodiac, which is known as the precession of the ages, which is bringing on a quickening and a acceleration of momentum as we move out of the, or slowly move out of the Piscean age and pick up the momentum as we start to enter the Aquarian age, the age of Aquarius. So December really is the beginning of the shift of the paradigm, if you like. So it's a very significant time in the evolution of human consciousness, as well as our planet, our beautiful planet that we need to protect and preserve. Also, a time of great healing is taking place through December and indeed through 2020. And just keep in mind that what happened in your past and your past experiences isn't your identity, and it's not necessarily something that you have to keep reliving. So check in with yourself about that. What is it that you need to let go of, Leo? Within yourself, are you holding on to the past too much? Is there something from the past that you are letting hold you up? Only you will be able to tell. Okay, so I'll start from there as we go around the wheel. Firstly, this is showing me that you've got the ability to bring things together successfully. As above, so below. This is the Magician. So you can actually create a bit of magic in your life. It just takes you to recognize it and to go with that. And you can see the sign of affinity, and that also is the sign of the on the strength card in the tarot, which Leo is actually represented in that strength card. So the figure 8, the sign of affinity. So you have all the tools. It's showing you. You got the wands and the cups and the pentacles and the swords. And you can manifest pretty much anything you want. You've just got to practice a little bit more on your co-creating skills if you don't feel that things are manifesting the way you want. And in order to do that, you start with little things. You know, you start with asking to be shown a sign of a particular object, like say you want to practice tuning in to the universal frequencies by asking that you be shown a particular flower, and you will be able to see that once you ask to be shown that flower in one way or another will continually present itself to you, whether it's on the television or in an ad or an actual flower being given to you, if you know what I mean. So yeah, I'm loving that this magician is here for you in the first house, Leos. You can make anything you desire, you can make happen. It's just going to take you to recognize it. Now here is the Knight of Wands. This is a card that signifies movement, and it's also, I'm being told here from Spirit that it is about you working with your inner child. And when you're working with your inner child, it's getting back in touch with where you build your self-worth from. And Leos can struggle with, they think that their ego is about their self-worth, feeling proud and you know, boastful and that kind of thing, whereas that's ego energy. That's not your inner child, that's not your soul energy. That the soul energy is about what is best for all concerned, type of thing, coming from a place of love, not having to force anything. So there's movement there being shown to me in connection with getting in touch with your own inner child. And if you can meditate and actually focus on that inner child, give that inner child a big hug and let your inner child know that you will look after her or him, you will protect them, and that, you know, they're going to be able to achieve their dreams. And have a little bit of a chat with your inner child and send love to that inner child. So that will build your self-worth. So it's also the influence here in this second house is also showing me that you are putting a lot of effort into how you earn your money. So that also is a consideration there for you, and you're going to actually put some action into it. So probably step it up a notch. The Four of Cups influencing the area of siblings and neighbourhood and transport, communication. You're a bit bored, or maybe you haven't heard from siblings for a while. Maybe you're not sure whether or not you want to really take what's being offered to you. You're not seeing that your cups are full. You've got the 4 cups there, they're all full, but you're not seeing that they're full. You're looking at what you haven't got instead of looking at what you have got, and being grateful and counting your blessings. Here is the base of the wheel, and it's the Emperor influence there, the father figure being shown in the home environment, man of authority also is covered by that Emperor. So it's someone who could be in charge of other people, and it's again a fire sign energy, same as the Knight of Wands is a fire sign energy. So the Leo, Aries, Sagittarius energy is strong here for you. So either one of those signs will be influencing your home environment. Or you have to deal with a person that is possibly a boss or an authority figure. Usually the Emperor is someone who works as say police or fire, or it could even be a pilot. They're man in uniform kind of thing. Yeah, so let me know who that is in your home life, but it's pure energy. Fire signs are pure. They don't muck around. So somewhere in your personal life, in your home, there's that energy where it's saying, I'm not mucking around with this. This is what's going on, and this is how it's going to be. So it's taking charge as well. And as I said, it's the father figure symbol also. And this axis between the 10th and the 4th house is the parent area of the wheel. And you have another king next to that king. So that also is letting you know that there could be some business discussions going on, or a meeting of some sort. And that's showing me here in the house of fun that you are wanting to not have to be so reliable and so organised. You want to let a bit of that sort of go to the wayside a little bit. You're wanting here to be feeling the love as well as giving the love. And it's matters of the heart, and it also involves your children and pleasure. So water sign children, Pisces, Cancer and Scorpio. So a lot of attention or maybe time spent with your children, and it could be the father figure actually spending time with the children, or more involved on an emotional level and being emotionally affected. And for some of you, this child may not be a little child, it may be an older child. So but they're looking to you for inspiration, I feel, and they're sharing their deepest feelings with you, and vice versa. But yeah, a lovely indication there for a situation where you're wanting to advance in your hobby or things that bring you pleasure. So I'm liking that energy being there. And now with the 7 of Cups here, excuse me, it's choosing which goals you're going to aim for and having fun with that as well. So there could be some options that you've got in your workplace, and choosing one thing at a time, not overloading yourself. The Chariot is one of success in partnerships. It's also, pardon me, it's also travel. So you could be travelling with your partner. It's good news from distant places. And there's those of you that with your work or business that you know, there could be something to do with transport that's going to be beneficial to you. So whether your company is going to offer you maybe a petrol card, or they're going to actually give you a car to get around in, there's victory in that as well. Now here in December, we have the stellium in Capricorn, and the stellium for Leos is taking place between the 5th and the 6th house. Well, the planetary lineup is taking place between the 5th and the 6th house. Okay, so from the 29th of November through to around about the 23rd of December, there will be 4 planets, or 4 or more planets, in Capricorn. For the early part of December, it'll be the Moon, Venus and Pluto and Saturn. And then from the 3rd of December through to the 20th of December, the 4 planets are Venus, Jupiter, Saturn and Pluto. On the 21st of December, Venus moves out of Capricorn into Aquarius, and on the 22nd of December, the Sun enters Capricorn, making the lineup the Sun, Jupiter, Saturn and Pluto in Capricorn, influencing the 5th and 6th house for Leo. So there are blessings with that. There's blessings through animals and basically the common people, as well as tenants, if any of you have rental properties. The fire department also, which I think is quite significant, especially for those in Australia with all the bushfires at the moment. So don't dilly-dally. If anything happens, you know, ring up and get on top of it before it turns into something that is out of control. So also with it being influencing the 5th and the 6th house, it is a influence there on rituals and ceremonies and making a little bit of magic happen, which is what you've got here with the Magician. So it really is giving you the opportunity to co-create and for you to focus more on that area of your life. You will be seeing some blessings coming through with your children, and this energy wants you to count your blessings. And it's for those of you that are single, it's good for dating. For those of you that are coupled, it's a really profound energy for lovers. And you know, even finding your own joy, which I do feel that King of Cups energy is representing there in that area of your house that is about joy. Okay, so I do feel there's some good fortune and good karma connected with this planetary lineup here through December, because there's a lot of dates, significant dates through December where that's being triggered. And you've also got the moon in Leo on the 15th of December, so it's over here in your first house, so it might be a really good time to, you know, just look after your physical being and your appearance. At at that time. It's a, you know, like I always look at Leo as the good hair day, or a good day to have something done with your hair, because Leo loves moon is in Gemini, and that will be on the 12th of December, and the new moon is on Christmas on the 25th of December in Capricorn, at 4 degrees of Capricorn. And there's a solar eclipse also in Capricorn on the 25th or 26th, depending on where you are on the planet. But there's a solar eclipse in Capricorn as well. So as you can tell, the Capricorn area of your wheel is really getting a lot of highlight and focus. And as I said, it's the area for you that pertains to your children, your lovers, dating, and finding your joy, as well as the common people, your work, your health regime, and being able to really delve into that co-creating and manifesting area as well. So then we have here in the area of other people's money, finances and resources of others, inheritances, emotional values, beginnings and endings, birth and rebirth. You have the Ace of Swords, which is clarity, finding clarity there. So you may find that you have some epiphanies also through December. So being able to find your own space and get in touch with your own joy will help these things come to light for you. All right. So Venus will be in the 5th house in Capricorn. Then it will also be moving into the 6th house, so you may find that your workplace is a little bit more peaceful and a more pleasant environment, and your co-workers and relationships with them is more harmonious and enjoying a bit more fun, enjoying a healthier lifestyle, also with Venus in that area of your 5th, 6th house. And Jupiter is also moving through your 5th house in Capricorn. And Jupiter, there's a trine between Jupiter and Uranus on the 14th and 15th, so that's another date to keep in mind. So there's plenty of times through December where there's some really significant energies and frequencies that you can tap into and pick up on. And the Jupiter trine Uranus energy is really fortuitous, really. Good for money situations, if you like. Especially in the 5th house, with the being in the 5th house. So you're keeping your integrity, but you may also need to just keep a bit of an eye on your professional status and recognition. I feel that there will be some recognition given to you around that time, the 14th, 15th of December. Saturn will be in the 6th house in Capricorn. So that will give you that recognition of being a very responsible worker, and also allow you to be noticed as being a good at organising and your skills and with structuring daily work. And you know, more focus being put on your your daily health regime, also with Saturn there in that 6th house. Pluto is also in the transiting through your 6th house, so again, your daily routines will play an important role. You may experience changes in your health, so you may give up a habit or change your diet or do something to reinvent yourself. And your challenge is to recognise the power of your relationship between your mind and your body. Okay, so that's the 6th house being influenced there by Pluto. So that's the area that most of these planetary lineup and the stellium will be affecting you. And where you can actually see it manifesting in your life. Keeping in mind that you've got to always check in with yourself whether or not your thoughts are more focused on the negative than they are on the positive, because what we think is what we get. So if we keep thinking this isn't going to work for me, or this, you know, why does this always happen to me, or why can't I do this, or why can't that happen for me, then you're holding it up. You're not co-creating. Whereas you need to be not thinking why not, and more towards the yes I can. But only you can catch yourself up and change those thought patterns. Now, here in the area of overseas travel and higher education, there seems to be a little bit of a thorn in your side. So you can cut through anything that's standing in your way. Okay? This is a time where you can achieve your goals, and you can aim high, because that 9th house area is ruled by Sagittarius. So the energy that produces in your life is one of aiming for your goals and developing your philosophies. You could find too that you might be a bit of a rebel, and fighting against orthodox structures. So you're wanting to, because Uranus is in Taurus in your 9th house, Leo, and wanting to knock down old structures or rebel against them, which is a bit of a theme for the people of planet Earth at the moment. There is a lot of people rebelling against enforced structure that they don't want. So at some level we're all feeling that energy. But this is wanting you to enjoy studying and learning about philosophy, travel, going within and finding out what your goals really are, and how you can use that to develop original ideas and philosophies. And with the 7 of Swords, it's letting me know in order to do that, you've got to sort of cut off a lot of your old belief systems. there's some outworn belief systems, you know, that things are shifting and changing, and you need to evolve with it. So it's a lot of thought energy that goes into this. So the Divine Direction cards, I will now ask for what the remedy is for this, because the Seven of Swords can be one where you really do feel a little bit torn or tormented by it, or you don't know how to implement your new or more evolved philosophies, how to implement them in your life. So I'll just ask, what message do you have for Leos? Of course, meditate. That is your remedy. Learn meditation. Reconnect with your inner spirit. Walk, practice yoga, meditate, or listen to music. Well, music is always a wonderful start, isn't it? You put on some nice soothing music and you can start to calm your mind, which in turn starts to calm down your body and relax all your muscles, and yeah, so that's your remedy. Now here in the area of your career, the zenith of the wheel is the Ace of Wands. So out of this searching for your beliefs and your philosophy and aiming for your goals, you come up with a brilliant new idea. So you've got two aces, so there's new beginnings being shown here, and this one is representing you getting clarity, while this one is representing you putting things into action. And it is how you deal with the outer world. Or for some of you it could be how you create your career or create your path in your chosen career. So there could be a new beginning in your career also. Here in the area of hopes and wishes, you've got the Hermit. So that's letting you know that you can delve deep and get in touch with your inner child. As I said, definitely there's some inner child work going on. So give that inner child a big hug and let them know how much you love them, and how, you know, they're going to be able to do this and they're going to be able to get through this path in life. Not that I feel that there's a lot of bad energy that you have to get through. It's just that, you know, the energies, especially from Saturn and Pluto, demand that you be responsible, demand that you get to the bottom of a situation, and they also energies that want you to, especially the Pluto energy, wants you to let go of things from your past. And remembering that your past doesn't define who you are now. It doesn't mean that your past didn't matter. Your past does matter, because without it you wouldn't be who you are now. So, but you don't have to keep yourself cooped up in a pigeonhole of who you were before. Some of you may be coming to terms with getting older. Some of you may be coming to terms with body changes. Some of you may also be experiencing having to let go of friendships or friendship groups that you thought you would want to be involved in forever. So there's some soul searching going on there, and you can trust your instincts. Your wisdom is profound, and you can have quite a profound effect on people that look to you for inspiration. So coming from a place of wisdom is being shown as being very significant for you here through December, Leo. And lovely, lovely Knight of Cups. So you are quite romantic, and there's nothing wrong with that, because the Knight of Cups is a romantic energy there, influencing where you keep that side of you hidden. So you may be one that doesn't really, you know, give over much to, you know, being a big romantic, but this is saying to me that that side of you is going to want to come out, and you're going to want to share that side of you with a significant other. So relationship is also looking like it's under some very positive influence, because in the area of matters of the heart and fun and your subconscious of where you're feeling, you've got the cards that represent emotion in the King of Cups and the Knight of Cups. And this also means that there's a significant person that is actually thinking of you. So if you are looking for love, you could meet that significant person through December, even though it is a time where if you're embarking on a new relationship, you do take it slow. It's not because that Venus energy going into Aquarius on the 22nd of December isn't going to rush in and you know, get really tangled up in a commitment straight away. It wants to take it slow, but yeah, I'm still feeling that there's a possibility of a new romance there for those single Leos, and for ones that are already coupled in a commitment. This may be a time where you can actually get to spend a bit of time one-on-one together, where you can come back to you as a couple, and you know, enjoy that part of your life again, possibly in a way that maybe you haven't really been able to for quite a while, whether it's been from work commitments or children, or could even be health issues that have sort of got in the way, but it looks like there's this reconnection on a deep, profound level here for you, Leo. So now I will just ask for the animal medicine message for Leo for December. What messages does my animal medicine cards have for Leo for December 2019? Wonderful. Monkey. Well, monkeys are very playful and very much the trickster. And there it is. Monkey, avoid being tricky. Hey, don't monkey around in ways that have tricky unpredictability of that jungle treetop mischief maker. Meddling and immaturity could mess things up. Let people know where they stand and be upfront. Also be careful of those with curly or childish traits. Okay? So be upfront and let people know where they stand. That's your monkey medicine. So thank you so much for joining me again, Leo. I've really enjoyed reading for you this month. I hope you all are safe and stay safe. Until next month,